So I finally got around to watching It, the remake, 2017, and well, I can't say I remember anything from the like original. I don't know that I've never seen it. I don't know that I know for a fact I've never read it. So this was new for me. I knew the story, I knew the premise. Holy crap, let me just say, if like Tim Curry, like as the original role, I need to go back and like look at clips, but if Tim Curry is just as scary as this guy, I'm gonna have nightmares forever. Like, dude. Of course, never seeing a red balloon the same again. That's for sure. Gotta love that. So the movie itself, 2.5 hours. I saw that going in and I was like, I don't know that I can handle this. There were moments that felt a little slow, personally. It does give depth to the story, so it is all needed, and you cannot make this into like an hour or an hour and a half. That's not possible. But it paced pretty well, so I wasn't as bored as I'm gonna go do something else. It was more like, okay, let's get to the point. Oh wait, okay, here it is. Like, it was just a little bit of kind of leeway. I believe the times of like the kids getting together and riding their bikes, and I mean, it's very visual. It's very visualizing to see in a movie stance of. And I like I said, I never read the book. I'm sure it's like giant. But the descriptions of it, I mean, not that I'm saying this one is based on the book, because I know the remakes and originals, like, one always favors the other, vice versa, but the descriptions of stuff in books can get away with it, whereas in a movie, you're almost like, okay, let's pan the scene. Where you have, like, 20 pages of talking about stuff, or whatever. But anyway, so the movie itself was good. I had to laugh a lot to the fact of these kids swear like crazy. Like, it's really, I thought it was also kind of funny that you not necessarily had like the stereotypes of the kids, but you had the stutterer, you had the girl, you had the African American, you had the cleanliness freak, I guess, the sick one. I don't know, what do you want to dub him? The one with the placebo pills. The one with the smart mouth, who made me laugh in the fact that it took me a few minutes and I realized that he is in Stranger Things. And I think that's funny. So yay, children actors. Kid actors, they're not children, they're kids. Teen actors, I don't really know how old he is. But anyway, but you had like the stereotypes. They're not stereotypes. They're not like, the geek and the smart one and whatever. But it was funny, like the dynamic of the kids, and I don't know, like that's kind of real. Like, you're not going to have the actual stereotype. You're going to have like real kids. It's hard to explain. I don't know. You'd have to watch the movie if you haven't already watched the movie. So yeah, anyway, 2.5 hours later, I was definitely entertained. I was definitely kind of terrified. I think this actor did a really good job as Pennywise. As I said, I've never seen the original. I don't recall ever seeing the original. As I said, I probably would have nightmares forever if I did. But Tim Curry is amazing, so I'm sure he did just as terrifying a clown as this guy did. The laugh, the talking, like the beginning of it, when Georgie is, running down the street with the rain, and he's talking to him, and he's like, I'm Pennywise. Oh, you're Georgie. Oh, okay. We're not strangers anymore. And the kid's like, okay. Isn't that how that works? That's totally how that works. But talking to people in the sewer, you need to not do that. Don't do that. Just let the boat go. Tell them you lost the boat. Anyway. 2.5 hours. Can't stress that. Can't stress it enough. Like I said, thoroughly entertained at least, so that was good. Usually I get worried with these longer movies, as in like longer than an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes kind of thing, to keep my attention. This actually kept my attention. As I said, no basis, so that probably helped. Makes me want to think to want to watch the original, but maybe wait, because I'm sure it's just as long. And I'm sure it also probably has its, like, slower points. No offense to originals, but they don't focus too much on what remakes do these days. So anyway, that's all I got, aside from, never looking at red balloons ever again. Yellow raincoats, slickers, what are those called? Raincoats. And clowns are terrifying. If you weren't afraid of clowns before, you might be afraid of clowns now. I am also intrigued in the fact that prior to watching this, I heard that there was going to be an It 2. And I was like, okay, so it might stay on a cliffhanger, might kind of be like, I'm basing these things off of movies and shows that I've already seen, so be like, oh, okay, it'd be like Stranger Things, and there's like a very hint of it, like, oh, okay, they could make a 2, and then, like, it ends, and at the end, like, it goes to black, and then it says, It, Chapter 1. I even went as far as going through the end of the credits, thinking there'd be, like, another something to go with here, and there's nothing. So, unless they're gonna be doing, like, an older, like, oh, like, 27 years later, he's back. This is zero research also, by the way, so feel free to tear that apart. So yeah, I got nothing on a chapter 2. So yeah, don't know that I'll ever watch it. Let's just say that. The first one definitely had my attention. I enjoyed it. Not my favorite, not my top 10, but it was pretty good. I'll give it that. It had its points. Like I said, the smart-ass kid, I forget his name. The one who was in Stranger Things. Funny guy, funny kid, funny dialogue. You have to have the comic relief. Always got to do that. So yeah, that's all I got. You should go watch it if you have 2.5 hours to spare.